What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I have a quick follow-up video to my last one discussing the best legendary effects in the game for the Gatling plasma. As many people in the comment section, yeah, that was a lot of comments asking for it, so I'm gonna give the people what they want. To my surprise, aristocrats actually performed a lot better than I was expecting it to, so for aristocrats, I do owe you an apology. I've always considered it to be 4th best in my opinion, behind quad, bloodied, and anti-armor. But this video kind of opened my eyes a little bit, so I'll be more open to testing this effect later on. Another important thing to note before we discuss any damage numbers is the Ultracite Terror itself. The Ultracite Terror's weak point is its eye, and what it seems to be, as someone in my comment section pointed out, is that the eye's armor value might actually be really low compared to the rest of the snake. So for these reasons, the anti-armor effect will do less for you, since you're shooting a spot that doesn't have much armor resistance anyway. And that hypothesis is actually reflected in the damage numbers that we'll take a look at here in a little bit. Another thing to go over before we start is my damage buffs. I used Overdrive, a Big Guns bobblehead, Tesla and Science 9, and Blight Soup with the Herbivore mutation equipped. Now with all that stuff out of the way, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the video. Starting off, we're going to take a look at the low health builds for each of these legendary effects. And as you can see, Bloodied is on top, which should not be a surprise. The Bloodied 25-25 does the highest DPS, with the Bloodied 50C-25 doing the highest overall damage. Moving on to full health builds, I only did anti-armor versus aristocrats, as that wouldn't make any sense to include Bloodied here because it wouldn't be doing anything for you, so why would you be using it? Here's where things got interesting. Aristocrats 25-25 actually did about 1,600 more DPS than the anti-armor 25-25. The eye being its weak spot is where you should be focusing all of your damage. So if its eye has less protection than the rest of its body, then anti-armor is not being used to its full potential, which would be the reason why aristocrats is actually taking over here. Taking a look at the top 5 weapons based on DPS, we have the Blade 25-25 as the number 1 overall, with aristocrats 25-25 as the 2nd overall, and anti-armor 25-25 as a low health player in 4th place. And here's a damage chart showing everything all together, so you can kind of compare and contrast whatever weapon you're looking at or whichever one you're thinking of building. And I do want to point out that the explosive legendary effect is trash. It has been the lowest on every single category. I would just stay away from explosive. It does even less damage than 50C. In my last video, I stated that the anti-armor 25-25 was the best Gatling plasma, and I crowned it the king. So has my mind changed with anything to the numbers? No, it has not. I still believe that the anti-armor 25-25 is the best for the raid as a whole, as the other boss fights in the raid have enemies that have much higher armor values than the Snake's Eye. And this is not to mention that other region bosses in the game, like the Storm Goliaths or the Scorchbeast Queen, definitely have higher armor values than the Snake's Eye again. So why build yourself a weapon specifically tailored that will be the best performing for a full health build, that is, on just one boss in the game, when you can build a weapon like the anti-armor 25-25, which isn't far behind the aristocrats version, but will be much more useful everywhere in the game. So for those reasons, I still say anti-armor 25-25 is the best Gatling plasma for full health players. Anyway, that about wraps up the video. I just wanted to make a second one here, just kind of following up on the results from the last one. So if you guys enjoyed the video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. If you think I forgot anything or there's something you want clarified, I'll be more than happy to answer that down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.